That's his name, Grabber. I mean, there's other names, often German, that sound a little funny in English. Fuchs, F-U-C-H-S. Fokker, F-O-K-K-E-R. These are real names in German, and I guess they sound like goofy phrases or even swears in English, but that really is his name. But the Nova Scotia government won't let him have that plate anymore, will they?
He had it for 27 years. First it was his father that had that Grabber, or in German you would say Gräber, but Grabber license plate. And then it was his son that had it, and now it's Lauren Grabber himself. He's in his early 70s. 27 years, that last name, it would be like Levant on a, it's your last name, you're proud of it.
Yeah.
And there was one anonymous complaint who said that this was offensive, and immediately the government responded by pulling it. And ostensibly it may have had something to do with the U.S. election in 2016 and a certain candidate, and grab her. Because if you use your imagination, it could say grab her. But nobody was using their imagination for 27 years. So we filed a court action against the Nova Scotia government for Lauren Grabber's right to go back to the 27-year tradition of proudly displaying his last name on his car, on the license plate.
And tell me an update on that. You've recently filed an expert report in the court, and we're familiar with that expert, Dr. Deborah So, who's been very courageous at pushing back against the excesses of radical feminism. Tell me a little bit about what she testified.
Well, the Nova Scotia government got an expert report from professor at McGill University, Carrie Rentschler, who said that the last name Grabber promotes violence against women. Displaying this name is going to lead to more rapes taking place in Canada. I mean, just crazy.
Well, then maybe they ought to lock Grabber himself up. Maybe they ought to force him to change his name, because simply being in the room and saying, "My name's Grabber."
Yeah. Well, and there's businesses. There's Grabber. If you Google Grabber, you'll find there's Grabber Consulting Limited is the name of his wife's company. There's American companies with the name Grabber. So Dr. Deborah, we had to, and it's unfortunate that the litigation has to get to this, but Nova Scotia put in an expert report, so we have to respond and put in our expert report.
And tell me a little bit about what Dr. So's expert report says.
In a nutshell, that the Rentschler report just makes no sense.
Yeah, that's that. But, I mean, imagine the government commissioning, like spending money, finding an expert in a different province and having her justify this. Now, by the way, Dr. So points out that there are some vanity plates in Canada. One has the word, chuckling, penis, which actually is not the last name of the person who has it. That's someone named Sylvain Poirier, who for some reason wanted a license plate that says penis. Now that's goofy, and he's not even pretending it's his name. But that was upheld because, if I'm not mistaken, that was, that's a body part, and you might be shy about it, but it's not in itself obscene. Is that what the Quebec
The Quebec authority in charge of license plates said that both penis and anus were acceptable as license plates. So,
now, I mean, I don't know who would want that on their license plate. I'll be honest with you. But if you can have that for free speech, surely Mr. Grabber can have his name that he's had for 27 years.
He ought to, and the case is going to be heard in April of 2019. It was set for September, but the government was dragging its heels with the report, and they weren't meeting deadlines and so on. So the September 2018 hearing had to be canceled and bumped over to April of 2019, which is a disgrace.
Yeah. That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show, weekdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a monologue, interview a guest, and read my fan mail and my hate mail. To subscribe, go to therebel.media/shows.